This specific Tales from the Crypt episode, I believe, is the reason why they ended up making the children's animated series Tales from the Crypt Keeper. That's right, I know usually when we talk Tales from the Crypt, we talk about the most brutal and deep cut episodes, but this one we're going to be talking about a more, I wouldn't say kid-friendly, but more adventurous one. And it only makes sense because Robert Zemeckis, who had a huge hand in creating the Tales from the Crypt franchise, directing a bunch of the episodes, was known for lighthearted movies in the past, such as Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So I feel like oftentimes Tales from the Crypt spends a lot of time with the supernatural or love triangles or gritty stuff, but this one is more of a fun, kind of like Goonies late 80s, early 90s kid adventure vibe with some pretty decent scares along the way. So if that sounds of interest to you, come hang out with me. What up, y'all? Welcome back to Phantom of the Indie Review. I am your host, Camera Boy Dill. We are on the journey of 5,000 subscribers by Halloween. I'm trying to post a video non-stop in October. That's why you're seeing some shorter ones. Don't worry, we're gonna have some long ones. We're gonna have some bangers here at the Drip Red Dread. We talk about the spookiest stuff, so come hang out with me. Give me a second. This episode starts off with a group of kids. The most notable actor is Jason Marsden. You know, the voice of fucking Max from Goofy himself. The little nerdy teen heartthrob from Boy Meets World. These four kids are aspiring filmmakers and they decide to break into a mortuary to film the creepy local mortician that kind of lurks through the city. Again, a premise we are familiar with in a lot of 80s and 90s stuff. Kids kind of target someone that's weird, odd, eccentric, and they kind of, curiosity kills the cat. They kind of take it into their young, childlike hands to investigate, but in this specific episode, this mortician is up to no good. I like the start off of the episode where the kids are kind of palling around, having some camaraderie. You learn to accept them and care for them, and then when they end up breaking into this mortuary, they discover a deep, dark secret. And being kids and being in over their heads, they're like, yo, we want to see a dead body. And let's just say when they get down into this dank, dark, decrepit basement and they're hiding around filming, they get a not so favorable reaction from this mortician. They do see a dead body and the weird, gruesome stuff he is doing to this body. And this character is very eccentric, he's very odd, he's very sociopathic, psychotic, and he paints a villainous vibe. And these kids are just dumbfounded by what they're witnessing. And they start to piece together that there might be some conspiracy, some unhinged stuff going on in this town involving a pharmacist and the mortician. And this only comes to fruition when the next day, one of the main kids finds out that his dad died from taking a certain prescription. So this leaves up to the kids to exact revenge. You know, they pull their cameras, they're like, we're gonna make a documentary, we're gonna film this, we're gonna find out the truth. They go to the local pharmacy, start filming. The pharmacist is a little suspicious. They devise a plan when the pharmacist is talking to one of the kids. He's like, hey, you should be doing work, not fooling around filming stuff, so I need you to drop this delivery off. And it happens to be to the mortician himself, so they devise a plan. They go there and they give him the package, lure him out of the mortuary, and drop the package, and the fat kid runs. And as he runs away, they all break into the pharmacy. Break into the mortuary and go down. And this is a fun-packed episode. This is a jam-packed episode. It's really quick and effortless, and it's spooky, eerie, has a lot of fun to it. It's not the scariest I've ever seen, but it's like I said, a little action adventure. They're hiding away, trying to dodge this evil mortician, and it all comes to a climax when they're down there, and the mortician gets into a little argument with the pharmacist, and some unsavory stuff happens when all of a sudden they pop up. They're like, bro, you've been exposed. We caught you on camera all along. And the mortician's fucking rip shit pissed. He's like, not today. I'm about to end y'all's lives. And let's just say he gets what he deserves. But yeah, all around it's a pretty good episode. The reason I wanted to talk about this one, because it's October, it's that spooky time. I want to do a lot more Tales from the Crypt stuff, but this episode, it just had that lighthearted, childlike wonder vibe that I've always appreciated with horror. I've always thought when young teenagers are involved in horrors, when there's a mystery or someone that's doing something bad and they have to kind of be like Nancy Drew and detectives about it. I've always liked that aesthetic, you know. We've seen it a lot in movies like Fright Night. But I just thought it was all around a good episode. It wasn't the best, like it could have had more substantial character development to it. It couldn't have been so rushed. There could have been some more jarring moments, but the moments they did have was pretty brutal. Like when they're in the basement looking at this dead body, it is quite creepy. the way this mortician acts is quite unhinged, and I really feel like this was the catalyst to kind of have this production company create Tales from the Crypt Keeper, which came out 2 years later, which is more of an animated, targeted towards kids rendition of the anthology Tales from the Crypt series. Which, if you guys want to see me review any of that, comment down below, because I'm more than down to do that. But yeah, have you guys seen this video? Comment down below, let me know. Please subscribe. Give me a thumb or hit that ding-a-ling button harassing me. Tell me, hey, it's me, I'm here. And I'm going to say it one time for the one time, two times for the... Oh, it's going to be a hell yeah for horror. Back at it again. I just saw a little article that our homeboy R.L. Stine, one of the masters of youth children's literature horror, has a new adaptation coming out as well. That's right, it is entitled Pumpkinhead. What? Whenever I think of Pumpkinhead, I think